recording.
I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm excited to be here again, drinking wine with you guys. So welcome to Crew Booze, everybody.
Welcome to Crew Booze. This is episode 11.
Unbelievable. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be doing all that digging.
All the ladies understand. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes
the women are like, "Oh, girl, don't worry about it. You gotta adjust."
You got to. Oh my gosh.
Oh, so how's your week been?
My week has been good. My week has been really good.
That's
How about
good.
you?
It actually, I'm grateful that it was like a lighter week. Like this week was actually a lighter week, but which I'm happy about. Yeah. Next week will be a crazy busy week, but this week was, I'm grateful that I had like some like little break in between,
Okay.
So, but yeah, and I mean like I'm drinking good wine and all that. I have no complaints, none at all. None. Yeah.
Today we are discussing, we both happen to have Cabernet Sauvignon. King of the red wine.
It really is.
And I guess we'll go ahead and dive right in.
Let's do it.
I'm super excited to hear about your wine. So what are you drinking?
I'm like really excited about this. I went to my favorite place of all places for wine, which is I went in to get a flatbread and I came out with I come out with wine every time I go to Trader Joe's. The Trader Joe's near where I live has it's just an amazing, it's a wine central kind of situation. So I am drinking, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but I'm going to put it all the way in because you can barely see it. Don't talk about my nails. Remember, this is time of COVID.
Okay, there we go. Sterling Vineyards
Cabernet Sauvignon. Here is
in a can.
Oh, with the twist cap. So we just went all the way in. And I mean, this is not any BS twist cap aluminum can either. It's like it's solid. Like it's not just like a Coke can. Like it's a pretty sexy bottle. And that's what attracted me to it. I was like, let me see, what is this? What is in here?
Okay.
And then I saw Sterling and I was like, oh, in a can?
So first of all, how many glasses can you get out of that? I can't quite tell the size.
Now, not our glasses versus traditional glasses. So this one is 3.75. It's 3.75. So 3.75 milliliters.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Technically, you're supposed to be able to get 2.5 glasses. Okay. But in our grand scheme of things, it's about 2. Let me see.
Okay.
It's funny. I have a black, someone gave me a bottle today. I'll have to talk about it at some point. But yeah, so this is kind of the bottle is just sexy, right?
Yeah.
So this is supposed to get 2.5 glasses. I would say honestly, it's about 2 glasses.
Okay.
And then to compare it to a smaller one.
Oh, look at this whole lineup here. I love it.
Yeah. So I had this one. This one was gifted to me. It is we'll talk about it at some point. It's a rosé in a can. It's a Texas winery. Somebody gifted it to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is Sterling Vineyards. Of course, they were founded in 64. British guy, expat, came to California, bought a plot of land and was like, we're going to do this. So notes about this. It is from Napa. And it is 13.5% by alcohol volume. So 13.5. And if you go on Total Wine and More, you can get this bottle for about $8.
Oh,
so
good.
2.5 glasses for about $8.
Okay.
But I got this, y'all, at the Trader Joe's for $2.99.
Woo! Wow, that's quite a difference.
Like, how did this? I I just want to work at Trader Joe's in their wine department. That's it. Like, can I just be a buyer for Trader Joe's?
I'm
Oh
sure
my
you
gosh.
could.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you. But so Napa near Calistoga, kind of sorta. And flavors on it, it's very, very fruity. So blackberry, cherry. Oh, I forgot to do my swirl.
Girl
Um,
swirl.
I know. Very, very fruity. When I actually, because I am a Googler, so I'm in the store like, what is this about? When you go, so it's produced by Sterling Vineyards, and Sterling Vineyards has changed a couple of like big hands, like since they started. But true to form for Cab Sauv, it's like medium full bodied. It's got some tannic, but not super, not really, really tannic.
So I have a question because I'm assuming like this Cabernet Sauvignon was like in a barrel at some point. How does the aluminum, like, how does that affect the flavors? Or
so I do not taste any metallic flavor at all. So a little bit more backstory, because I'm a geek and I've been digging up stuff. So
let's get into it. Let's get nerdy.
I know. Union Wine Company. Okay. So they were like the first people to the foray into canned wine, right? They did that, couple of years ago, not a couple of years ago, probably about 10 years ago. And now it's like a $50 million industry. And in many ways, they cater to millennials, young professionals who want to put this metal can wherever they want to put it and take it with them. Festivals, and
movies,
every
dinner.
You know how we roll, okay? We know what we're supposed to be, we know how to do it, okay? We know how to keep the party going. But so they really came up with these, so Union Wine Company kind of started it, and then everybody hopped on board. At one point, it was only 10. Now it's 100 growers. So if you go on the Sterling Vineyards wine, I mean, like they have some of their wines. They have a Cab Sauv that has like 98 points. Like this blend situation here, don't be fooled by the bottle at all. The cheapest wine on their website is $35. Okay. The most expensive is $236. Okay. So, it's this. I was telling Desiree, and I'm telling you guys too. I really, really like this. It's smooth. It's fruity. You could do something lighter or heavier, and it could kind of like transcend. So even if you wanted to do like a softer cheese, this would be perfect for that, kind of like some mac and cheese. But even if you wanted to do like a soup or something like that, this could really do it. It's not so heavy that it will overpower whatever you eat. It's not that heavy, but it can pretty much complement just about anything. But yeah, so another fun fact about Sterling Vineyards, they were one of the first wineries, and if not, I could be corrected if I'm wrong, but they started in 1964. In 1969, they were the first people to do a vintage dated Merlot for Napa.
Vintage dated Merlot. Okay.
So I could be wrong, because you know me. I could be totally wrong. But it's changed hands. And Coca-Cola, when they decided that they wanted to foray into wine, they bought it in 1977. So in actuality, the grapes come from the Diamond Mountain area, like Calistoga, and then also some of the Valley mountainsides of Rutherford. So Rutherford, California. Okay. So they have a good blend, but they have about 6 wineries that they pull grapes from. And then they have some of their higher end vintages that are solely from one winery. So you get a cab that's only from, here, or Chardonnay that's only from there. But yeah, I am really, really digging this. If anyone gets a chance, get this Sterling Vineyards Cab Sauv. This bottle in glass, a full bottle, is about $40. So not too terrible, but definitely a treat. Let's see here. I think that's kind of like it, but no, Desiree, this is another place that needs to be added to our list because I haven't been there. I don't
Okay.
know. I didn't see any pictures, but they say at the tasting room, you get out of your car and
Okay.
there is a gondola that takes you 300 feet to the freaking tasting room.
Okay, hold on. I want to get in a gondola. 350 feet doesn't sound very far. I feel like it's going to be a lot
Oh, it's
more work.
350. No. I'm sorry. 350 foot high. So you're going up
Oh,
wherever to the
okay.
tasting room.
Oh, I
So
see. I
yeah.
thought I was going to be like in one
No,
of
you're like 300 feet. You're like, I get in and I'm there. I'm sorry,
right.
y'all. I was
No,
supposed to be
no.
telling that story much better than I did. How
You when you
there is
said
a
that,
gondola that takes you to the tasting room.
I was so impressed because like it instantly brought me to like Venice. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get in a gondola. But then you said 350 feet, and I was like, it's gonna take me 30
You're
minutes to
like
get
300
comfortable
feet.
in that gondola and like not flip over in the water. But okay.
But yeah, so y'all, it's not
Oh,
350 feet. It takes you 300
let's
feet
do
up
it.
to and it's supposed to be to a 300-foot high volcanic knoll is where they have their like tasting room. So I don't know if anyone's been there. If you guys can chime in, let me know if I'm right or wrong because this is information that I just Googled because I've never been to this winery, but
This sounds
um
so exciting.
if you like Cab Sauv, I can guarantee you will like this. I am very, very impressed with this. Smooth flavor, great alcohol content. And I think I stopped, but it was owned by Coca-Cola, Seagram's, and then it was bought by a company called Diageo. And then, so it shifted hands a couple of times. It's like Diageo, which is probably Italian or something like that.
Okay.
But it switched hands a couple of times. But the wine is amazing, and cheers. I'm all for it.
Cheers.
But yeah, it does not have a metallic taste at all. For all wines that are in aluminum cans, they put an additional coating inside of it because the wine
That makes
will
sense.
eat into it. However, they say that that there is a little residual sugar. So it may be a little bit sweeter than what it is coming out of the bottle because of how once you seal off the can is sealed. If you think about how long canned goods last. However, they don't recommend aging canned wine, which I can totally understand. But it's portable and it's good, and anything in a can is pretty much drink it. don't wait around. Take it for you and take it camping, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that's all I have for this week.
Awesome. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think sadly I'm more excited about this gondola experience.
Oh, I'm not at all sad about it. I'm gonna need you to go. I'm gonna need you to ride up the road and confirm all of my my questions. But
yeah, I mean, no, but we have to do this together. This is like we're gonna be on that gondola together going up.
However it goes, take us there. So yeah.
Okay, great. All
So
right.
Desiree,
Well,
what you drinking this week? What's going on over there?
I am drinking J. Moss 2014
Lovely.
Cabernet Sauvignon. I didn't realize this and I didn't do it on purpose, but I realized this is like my second week in a row doing the black winemaker. James Moss, he is also a black winemaker. He has a lovely like winery and tasting room in Napa. And all of his wines are amazing. And yeah, when I was trying to think, like originally we discussed it and I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna do a white wine. And I was like, it's cold. And I was like, why am I gonna do a white wine? Like, no, we're gonna do a red. We're gonna do a full-bodied red because 'tis the season. So this did I say it's a 2014 Cab Sauv from Napa Valley. And this wine is really, really good. It's full body. Let me look at my notes here so I'm not just like talking, but like instantly I'm getting those like both black and red fruits, like black cherry, currant, cassis, also kind of like those red berries. You get a little bit of that oak, the cedar, very good wine. Soft tannins, full bodied. It's a perfect Napa Cab. It's very delicious.
Mhm.
Um, but the thing I'm most excited to tell you guys about is visiting this winery, because this is probably one of the best like wine tasting experiences I've ever had. You go, and maybe this is also one of the benefits of COVID, is because like when we went to this wine tasting room, it was just us, and we got to meet with the winemaker personally, which is something like, I go to a lot of tasting rooms and you don't get to meet with a
Mm-mm.
actual winemaker.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, we got to hear his story. He's originally from Dallas, and he got into the wine industry and eventually moved out here and started his own wine. So yeah, very exciting. Him and his wife Janet are like probably two of the most hospitable people. You feel like you're home when you're there. Like it's a very personalized tasting. You go and like they have your name on a card and like the wines you're going to be
Oh,
drinking. Just very, very
oh.
nice. And then like after you drink the wine, we get to go and see like all the barrels, like where he's making the wine, like the oak barrels, the tanks, and it's a great experience. And I would recommend for anyone that doesn't get to do a lot of tastings, like this would be a great first time experience because you get to actually talk to the winemaker. And of course, like they're so passionate about their wine that they're going to tell you all about it, which is really phenomenal.
This
um so yeah, this wine, let's see, and I have the specs here, and the tasting notes, which I'll read because it's probably better than my description, is rich, lush, medium bodied, 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, ample layers of bright cassis, succulent black fruit, sorry, layered with hints of mocha, sweet vanilla whiskey, leather and warm toasted spices. Smooth tannins rend out this bold, structured, balanced wine with a remarkably long finish. And I agree with all of that.
Mhm.
Um, let's see, it was aged 28 months in 80% French oak and 20% American oak. And the alcohol percent, your favorite part, is 14.4.
Oh, that's
Um,
amazing. That's great.
it's really good. Like it's just a very like he wants to make very like elegant, complex wines, and this is definitely it.
Lovely. So what's the retail on that?
The cost on this is, oh man, I bought so many it's hard to say, but I want to say it's about in the $60 range,
Okay. Okay.
which is about average for a Napa Cab.
Yes, definitely. Ho, ho. Yes.
Um, but yeah, oh, so good. And I was gonna have my sweet green salad tonight. It was gonna be really good, but I'm drinking this, and I also want some red meat. So I think it's a rib night because it's gonna be
I think you should do it. Go
having
for it.
ribs, and it's
Go
Friday.
for
It's
it.
the end of the week.
And
Like
it's cool. Is it cool out there? What's the weather like?
it is. It's been like a lovely like. Of course, Californians are like, oh, it's raining, it's cold, and I'm like, I love it. It's like 50 degrees. It's been raining pretty much all week. It is perfect weather. I have the
Yeah.
heat going and my window open, which makes no sense whatsoever, but
It's a balance. It's a
I can't
balance.
decide. Can't decide
That's
what I
very
want.
Texan. It's a very Texan way to live in the sense. I mean, I know you're in NoCal, but we have had. So I woke up the other day and I was talking to a friend of mine. Like he sent me a text. He was like, "It's cold." I'm like,
How cold is it there?
"It is cold." Okay, it's relative. Okay, it's relative. It is so for it to be like 49, 50 overnight, it's kind of cold for us in the
Yeah.
sense that um we the week before it was like 66 overnight and kind of like
Okay.
70s in the day. But the week
Mhm.
before that, I mean, like this year, if we don't know anything else about global warming or us just kind of being in the home, and not doing as much polluting and that kind of stuff or whatever, we've
Mhm.
actually had like a full-on winter here in Houston. I would say the past couple of years that I've been here, it's been very mild. Like we may get a couple of weeks of cool weather. I think the first winter I was here, it might have gotten to 32 like once, but we had like a stretch of like near freezing, below freezing kind of situations. And that's strange for Texans. So
Okay.
if you say the window open and the window open with the heat on, I think hoodie, shorts, and flip flops.
Yeah.
That's how they roll here in Texas. I
Yeah.
will never understand it, but it's kind of like, oh, I'm a little cold up top. My legs aren't really that cold, but I'm putting on some flip flops and socks. It's not raining, so I don't have to put on closed toe shoes. And I'm just going to run everywhere that I go. And then you have
Right.
other people who are, oh my gosh, I got to grab my full on puffy floor length puffer. What do you call that? North Face,
Hmm.
and with some Uggs. I'm like, that's not 32. That's not quite 32. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
for a California girl, yes, I think so. I think that that can qualify.
But this DC girl is looking, laughing like, what in the hell is going on?
Meanwhile, there's people that like will strut like around me like as I'm doing my walks or whatever, and they've got on like like just a sleeveless shirt and shorts, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's wet. Not only is it like in the 50s, it's wet. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, no, no, I
Yeah,
can't.
I can't imagine. It's so funny because I really can say that I have, since I have been out of DC, I have acclimatized, acclimated, whatever one of those words you want to choose to my situation. And that, like, I am adverse to, I don't want cold weather. I don't want snow. I don't want ice. Like, I don't
This
want
is
it
why
anymore.
you need to move to California and specifically the Bay Area, not just to be
Whenever,
close to me, but because the weather here is perfect. Like it's winter without like really being winter. It's not DC winter, but it's cold. I mean, there was like frost on the glass. I think the other morning it was like in the 30s. But
mhm.
it's perfect. In the summer, it doesn't really get that hot.
When you
Um,
throw some referrals my way, I'll do it.
yeah, okay, I will. I will.
And honestly, my best friend that lives out there, my college roomie, Asha, yeah, her name is Asha.
I think you should just
Asha.
move here, like be close to me and Asha.
Asha would love it. I'd be like, ma'am, I'm moving in. I'm gonna lay on your couch. You're rent control.
You can lay on my couch too.
I forgot you got a couch. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna be on everybody's couch. I'm just gonna couch surf. Like I'm like, oh, you're gonna put your name in the lease? No, ma'am. No, I have friends here.
Yes.
Not
No,
doing
I
that.
just need you to be here so we can, I mean, California wineries just opened back up this week, which is huge news. Everyone's super excited about that. So, even though we're still in the midst of COVID and this new strain, I can't even with all of it. But
Let's not. Let's not.
it's not gonna stop me from doing my socially distanced wine tasting because the last time I was at a winery was in October and it's been too long. I know it's only been 3 months and like seriously, there's bigger issues
Do
in
you
life.
take a look? Did you see my face? I was really like, I'm really trying to understand.
I'm
Like,
having withdrawals. I know it's really pathetic. It's really pathetic.
it's not pathetic. I'm not mad because if I live down the street, like, my girlfriend, I have to have her on the show too. I mean, we have to have a couple of ladies on the show. But
Yeah.
I mean, this time of year, like, and according to my glass, we would be doing Mardi Gras parades.
Can I just say? I mean, yeah, because it would be like right now would be in the midst of it because that
We would
Tuesday
be
is
doing like
February 16th.
mix. Yeah, it'd be like we would be like the 2 weeks before, we would be like
Yeah.
in full on parade season
This
right
is
now.
this is the
So
ramp up. I'm really having a hard time, and now it's like last year when I made the decision, there's like, oh, Mardi Gras will be there. I can go next year, and now I'm just like 2 years in a row, and it's like I'm having a very hard time, and I
yeah.
can't even get a king cake ordered because um like it's just like it's so expensive to get here And then even the one that I got last year, I had to like ice and do everything myself. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like,
Really? Did you order from, okay, guys, so from people who have lived in New Orleans, do not buy king cake from the grocery store. Okay? It's disgusting. I don't care which grocery store. I don't care if it's a grocery store inside.
No, hold on. At this point, I am desperate. I would take some Rouse's grocery store king cake at this point.
I can't do it, man.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Normally I wouldn't.
If you have, so my favorite is Manny Randazzo's. And I'm telling anybody, if you go online to Randazzo's, it's Manny Randazzo's. There's another Randazzo's out there, but they have one that is cream cheese filled, okay? And the baby Jesus is in there somewhere fighting along with the king cake, with the cream cheese. But I'm thinking we're gonna add in our girlfriends and we're gonna do like a full-on Mardi Gras situation. Like if it's not next week, it'll be like the week after that. And I think that'll be great. Like, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff I have boas, I have throws, I have everything. I think I might just overdo and be prepared for that. And we should do something fun. So, and educate the people about like full on like Mardi Gras, even though we're not New Orleanians, but you live there 1 year, you're kind of like, engrafted into it. You live there a couple of years, you're a New Orleanian. So
yeah, I mean, I think that's why it hurts so much, because it's like, even though like there's nothing happening, it's just like, oh gosh, sometimes I just have to listen to the big, brass band music, and imagine like the big marching bands going down the street, and like I almost miss getting like chucked in the head with beads.
I mean, when you're walking along the road and you're not even trying to participate, you're just trying to get to your house, and you're like, no, please don't get me, no. But it definitely is an affair that a lot of people, until you get there and you do it like New Orleanian style with the gumbo and the potato salad and that kind of thing, and just you walking down the street and there are bands on porches and
it's
all
just
that kind of
energy.
stuff. It's just the whole energy of it. So I will always be fond of that. We still have a friend there, but when things went back to, I think 1A or whatever level they are, even with the crew that I belong to, they're like, yeah, we don't know how we're gonna work this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna work this either, but if anyone follows any of the crews, I believe that the crew of Chewbacca's, which is kind of the crew that we all crew with, or with my crew, the Women of Wakanda.
Women of Wakanda.
Women of Wakanda. We, the parade that we participate in, which is a bunch of like geeks, sci-fi, comics, anything that you think of, it just like is mind-blowing.
It is one of the best parade. I've never seen so much creativity. It is literally one of the best things. It's so beautiful. I could literally cry. I mean, I won't, because that's silly. And most of the time when I'm there, I'm just drunk and having a good time. But like, it's just so beautiful and creative and magical. Just all the good feels. It's But
if you all have a chance, check out Women of Wakanda, and we're all about Black women empowerment, women empowerment, all that good stuff, community change and organizational stuff. So it's interesting to miss an entire year, but
next year 2022.
always next year. So
I feel like all last year I was like 2021.
But when I tell you 2022 with vaccinations and all that kind of stuff, like we must be there for Mardi Gras 2022. It's going to be crazy. It's
happening. It's happening.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, I don't even know how we got on this, but I mean, yeah, we will be celebrating Mardi Gras in about 2 weeks. We're going to do our own version of it.
Come join us. We're looking forward to it. So
wear a boa.
Something.
Get some beads. And I don't know what else. Maybe we should just drink hurricanes. Oh, I can make hurricane.
I am not at all opposed to anything. You know what? Maybe I can find some absinthe here. Like, we're going to do
it'll be a party.
New Orleanian Mardi Gras drinks. That's
Yeah,
random.
it'll be a good time, and we are gonna make the best of Fat Tuesday.
Yeah. So if you have any questions, drop us a line. Follow us on Instagram. We are Crew Bouge, and don't do the wrong one, but we're Crew Bouge.
Is the wrong one still out
We're Crew Bouge _ podcast, I believe. That's who
there?
we
Okay.
are.
You can
And
also
follow us
follow us.
there. Follow us on YouTube. Reach out to us. We would love to chat with you guys and connect. We're just like two
Yeah.
women that love to have a good time and drink wine. So connect with us.
Yes.
And I think that's it. Cheers.
All right. Well, cheers. And we'll see you next week.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.